What we created here may be unique in all of human existence.
All the way to the top.
We created a paradise.
What we're doing out here is so incredible. Our kids are amazing.
I miss Mom.
Mom needs to be in the hospital right now.
How personal is this movie? I mean, it's personal for you, because you created it, sort of. But how about you, Viggo?
Well, I did identify with many aspects of the character and the ideas that he imparts to his children, or tries to, maybe more accurately, the way he communicates with his kids. I like that aspect of it. I approve of that aspect of it. Maybe, I suppose I haven't been as brutally honest, when my son was a certain age. But I have a similar philosophy in that I think there's no subject that you can't speak with children about. You just have to, when you're talking about, let's say, terrorism or beheadings or certain sexual themes or drugs. I mean, you have to pick the moment, but there's no sense in outright lying. There are ways you can speak to any kid, and each kid is different. Leslie had a disease.
Wherever you are, stay there. You show up, I will have you arrested.
We can't go to Mommy's funeral. We have to do what we're told.
We want to see Mom. Grandpa can't impress us.
Viggo, usually when actors have to engross themselves in their roles, if you have to play a cop, then you go talk to a cop and stuff like that. Did you find someone like the character you play?
I didn't, it's funny, I haven't been asked the question in that way. And no, I didn't have to in that sense. There are things I read that I hadn't read. There were activities I had to learn about, bagpipes, playing the guitar, and the rock climbing stuff, and some things that I was not familiar with and maybe didn't even like so much. But as far as talking with someone, what would it be like to live in the woods and to grow your own food and go hunting and all those things? Those are things that I'm not unfamiliar with. I grew up as a kid in the outdoors a lot, and I used to actually, for a time, I lived in the northwest of the United States, not so far from there.
I didn't know anything about your personal life before offering you the role, and but I remember you said something. You used a term about deer browsing.
Yeah.
And
deer browsing.
The deer browse,
Mm-hmm.
which is, you want to explain what that is?
Or just how they feed and what they. Yeah.
It's a very specific term, and that only someone who's spent time in the woods would know that term. And I thought, oh, wow, you really,
Together. It's all local and organic.
How did you kill those chickens? With an axe or a knife?
They're rotisserie chicken, so you buy it it's already dead.
How close are you to being Captain Fantastics yourselves?
As fathers?
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's an hourly recalibration.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
It's impossible for any mother or father to be there literally 100% of the time and give up all your personal interests, what you have to do to make a living, outside interest. It's an extreme. It's not unrealistic. It's possible. We did it in a realistic way, but literally, Ben is there. He's there all the time, which is probably an irritant to his kids at times. They could use a break probably from him. Time to do this, time to exercise in 10 minutes, and now we got to do. Let's go play music, and now we have to go kill something and grow something.
I try and be present with my kids.
Let's go look at the stars. Let's climb the mountain first.
Yeah. It's a struggle. I think that one of the struggles is that we live we all have mobile offices, right? You get emails, your computer, exactly, and so I'm, because of what I do, I used to have an office. Now the office is my house. I have a desk where I write, or a place that I write. I don't go to the office, and so I'm with my kids, and then I get an email, maybe from Viggo or someone, and I want to respond to them, and that's the part that's a struggle. You have to compartmentalize your time.
Like you said, constant recalibration. You're always trying to find a balance, and I think that the movie's about that to some degree.
Yes.
Ben seems to be on the right track, or he feels he is, certainly. He's doing everything he can. And then he realizes, I'm doing too much, or I'm doing it in the wrong way, maybe. And I'll have to rethink this eventually. After I get over my depression, feeling that I've done everything wrong, what am I going to do now? Okay, well, maybe I can take some of what I'm doing and continue to do that. But I can change some things. I can adapt. I can, for example, not cut my children off from the outside world completely, because there's only so much you can learn from books and from your father. Kids have to make their own mistakes and meet strangers and figure out how to communicate.
Have you heard from anyone who was disappointed that this wasn't a superhero movie? Anyone come up to you afterwards? There was no superheroes. It's Captain Fantastic.
No, I haven't. I mean, the title is certainly intentional.
Yeah.
You know, it references the heroic qualities of being a parent. You know, and as Viggo always says, it asks a question. You know,
Put a question mark after. Exactly.
Is he?
Is he fantastic?
Is he? If he is, how? And if not, why? And I think I'm not on social media at all, but my wife is, and she had sent me. She sends me tweets that she reads, and someone had posted something in reference to your question. Someone had posted something like, "I'm in the movie line for Captain Fantastic, and I heard a boy say to his dad, 'Dad, is this Marvel or DC?'" So that particular child and that particular family
Was probably surprised.
is probably surprised.
Our children shall be philosopher kings. Makes me so indescribably happy.